Welcome back to part 2 of this 1967 435 restoration. This particular vehicle with 15 factory options, 2 tops, painted hardtop, and radial delete. And as I mentioned previously, the only one we've ever seen in our 45-year career. Let's have a look at the binder. You'll see that the frame has been now painted with its factory black paint. You'll also notice here that the VIN number, the frame is restored and the VIN number is evident still. The original, now maybe not original, let's see what the dates are. There are 67 dates here on these shocks, these Dayton shocks, and you'll notice here, very important, on the F41 suspension, the big hats on the rear shocks as they bolt up to the rear suspension. Very important for judging. And there's the front shocks with also the date. Every component has been now restored and repainted to its factory finishes. The attention to detail that this restoration has had is in keeping with all of the great restorers in the country. The fan clutch, to note, with the space bar in the back, not the coil spring, which is how they were when they were new. This hardware here is all the hardware that was riveted to the body underneath the car. These are seat track reinforcements and seat belt reinforcements. The body was very carefully masked off for the application of the Sunfire Yellow paint. And the blackout was done per factory spec. The decal used to lay out the hood stinger, which is judged and very important to get it correct. The 489 is the job number of this particular car. Every piece of the car was carefully taken apart and painted individually. Here is the suspension going back into the car after each piece was restored. Brand new gas tank. We will show you a video later of the original gas tank where the gas tank sticker, the Corvette order copy, is still attached to its original tank, to the original tank. Here's all the suspension and the shim markings. You could say that this car is somewhat over-restored, but that was a personal preference of the owner at the time. We did not do this restoration. Here is something to note. Here is a manufactured copy of the original tank sticker reapplied to the new tank as it would have been done in 1967. Later we will show you a video of the original gas tank sticker still attached to its original tank, which we have here on the premises. That tank sticker, in fact, and the car shipping invoice, 2 factory pieces of paper, have both been validated by NCRS. Here we see the chassis in its complete assembly and the body fully painted, ready to be married once again, body on frame. These pictures tell the story of this fabulous restoration, and everybody knows what a great restoration cost to date. Stickers even applied to the shocks. Also a component of judging. Now the rest of the car, as you see it on the website on Bring a Trailer, is in its complete state as it sits here right in our showroom today. Here are the 2 Top Flight ribbons. The factory Stinger hood. And the engine, freshly detailed. Notice also, no radio cars did not have ignition shielding. Very important. Most people don't realize that a big block has no shielding covering the distributor and the coil, and the spark plug wires are bare. No shielded casing over the spark plug wires. Why? Because there is no radio in the dash. Corvette is one of the only Corvettes, I should say one of the only classic cars that doesn't have a block-off panel. If a Corvette was ordered with no radio, no hole was ever cut in the dash. Very, very unique. There is evidence right there that this car was ordered with no radio. Headrest seats, another extremely rare component, and shoulder harnesses. Shoulder harnesses, headrest seats, speed alert, 435, and all the other factory options, totaling 15, and no radio. Enjoy the bidding and keep your hand in the air. Signing off.